such an asshole.
All right, I kind of have a solution by removing the problem, not solving the problem, because I don't believe the problem is solvable, and we're going to have some tradesmen, preferably not the cousin fucking type, which is what, 5% of you aren't the cousin fucking alcoholic, don't know how to tell time, you're still sophomores in high school kind of dipshits. But I'm talking about the 5% of you. Like, this is what I love about Alex Patino. Like, he shows you that it's a layup, maybe not a layup, but it's a pretty clear path to make 100,000 plus driving truck. And the people like, man, they're only paying $16 an hour. Who dang diggly dangly? It's like, hey, if you got your dick out of your cousin and you did the long haul, you did these things, you make six figures. And I think that's where you're confused a little bit, because you're surrounded by the cousin fuckers of Wyoming. And maybe the sisters fuckers too. You know, the people from middle school ended up becoming tradesmen in pretty much all of the country now. You think you got to get experience working for one of these dipshits. You think that guy that runs the plumbing company that just set up his third LLC because his two LLCs got sued out of existence and he's uninsurable now, and he took the cheap sign he bought for $50 magnet off his shitty truck and put a new one up. You guys know the type? Like, there's a truck driving through town, right? Bobson's Master Exteriors, reliable plumbing. And there's only one truck, right? You never see a fleet of them. And let me tell you why. Because they're dumb cousin fucking motherfuckers. All right? They're not smart enough to run a reliable business, show up on time, do their books right, say, holy cow, look at all this money we made. Let's get a fleet of trucks. They're too busy fucking their mom. Okay? Because that's what American contractors do. Hey, Ma, how you doing? All right? So, and then you never see, after 2-3 years go by, they don't have an office, they don't have a building. They don't have enough reliable, income coming in. You think that guy who can't even make his car payment on time or his truck payment and put, it probably doesn't even know to set up an LLC, doesn't it? You think just because he has a company, he's the boss? That you got to work for really these like 86 on a good day with a tailwind IQ assholes? Just because they have a company. Now, I understand in the trades, you got to get a certain amount of years experience through union, blah, blah, blah. But going through what you've told me about your credentials of certification, you go work right now. And so my question is, why would you deal with the cousin, sister, and motherfuckers? Why would you deal with the alcoholics? Why would you deal with the seventh graders? Why would you deal with the people who can't tell time? Because their dick is inside their mom's mouth. So let's go through it, but I think the solution is just skip all that. Why would you work for these people? Cousin fucker plumbing. I think that's what we should name everyone out here. Hi, Aaron. Just finished trade school in the Army and have valid HVAC certifications. As a matter of fact, too much certifications. However, in the blue collar world, education means nothing compared to experience, and no one cares about military background either. I am currently a reservist and a handyman. My boss lied to me and said I would get HVAC experience at this job, but all I do is change light bulbs. Yeah, because, okay, here's the cousin fucking mother blowjob, 7th grade IQ alcoholic thinking here. But if I taught him how to do my job, he'd take our jobs. Okay, if you're already certified through the training program in the Army, and you could go, why not just offer it? I'm not joking, man. And it depends on state. I don't know how the states work. But if you're accredited and certified and you could just work out on your own, go work out on your own. Why are you working for somebody who's having you change light bulbs because he's your dumb, gray-haired, boomer-age tradesman, didn't save no money? So he's got a nice truck. Why are you bothering with that guy? Matter of fact, put him out of business. Start your own company. And here's the other thing. Hopefully you can work anywhere in the country. That's what I would do. is I go to a place in the country you like and has a booming housing market. There's a housing shortage everywhere because we raised a bunch of liberal arts majors and no tradesmen, let alone ones that the 5%ers that show up on time and aren't fucking their mom in the ass. Go live there, maybe get a month-to-month rental, and then just start doing some handyman stuff underneath the table. Maybe find a contractor that go with a commercial contractor. They're a little bit more serious. Find a place with a fucking building, not some schmuck living on his mom's place with his 1997 truck in the parking lot or the carport. All right. You can go ahead and get some of that experience just to get a little bit more experience, a little bit more hands-on. But if you're certified in, man, what I would do, open up your own fucking company, and something simple, timely, reliable HVAC, on budget HVAC, very simple. And then on your website, hi, my name's Frank. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm insurance and bonded. I show up on time. I do the job right, and I do it on budget unless there's a horrifically large thing that we didn't see before. And you pride yourself off of it. It's not the HVAC work. It's not the plumbing. It's not the electricity. It's the professionalism. There's none of it. Again, they're too busy fucking their brother. Okay? Why would I pull my dick on my brother's ass and show up on time? This is brother fucking week. And here you are, here's the deal. I show up on time, I do the job right. And if gaining experience is the issue, but you're certified and accredited to go and work on your own, then what I would do is kind of operate at maybe not a financial loss, but a time loss where you're I've never done this before. And so then you got to figure it out. You got to go on YouTube. You got to figure it out. And so what should normally take a tradesman with 5 years experience, it would take them 2 hours. It takes you 4 or 6. And you know what? You don't charge them more because they're not just paying you a nominal fee that you would charge for it, but they're also paying you an experience. So fuck that shit. You don't need experience from the cousin fucking brigade. Go get your own damn experience because you're not getting experience now. And you would and hat tip to DT on this one. He was talking about handyman stuff. Now DT is a hardworking man, and he very crafty, very good carpenter, all self-taught. And he was thinking about doing just a handyman repair and cleverly calling it something like what your husband won't do or the honey-do list or something indicating that your husband's a lazy fat piece of shit, which they probably are. They're probably really good project managers. They have nice little fingers. And just get the work, fix the garage, do this, do that. If you're a handyman already, you could cross-sell that. I primarily do HVAC, but if you got some other projects that need fixing, I could take a look at it. I'm pretty handy. And right there, unless you had kids you got to support, you're making enough money to support one man in a month-to-month apartment. And then you find out you like this place. All of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I like this state. I like this town. I'm going to stay here. You set up your LLC, preferably in Wyoming or Nevada or New Mexico. You get a website, not Facebook page. I'm not saying it has to be, aces in terms of design, but you have a website. It's simple to use and upfront, on time, on budget. Unless something crazy. Oh man, look at this. No, I'll show you. And then in 1 week, you have more experience than changing light bulbs for cousin fucking plumbing. But then you'll slowly build it up. You become more proficient. And here's the thing, man. It's this wide open market. And I could tell you what to do. I could give you the secret and no one's going to take advantage of it. We could spread this all across the American contractor internet world. None of them are going to do it because they're too stupid and they're too fucking lazy. Right? You're going to show up on time and do the job right and do it on budget. Those 3 things. And maybe you don't have the volume, but you know what? Over time, you will develop a reputation as being the guy who shows the fuck up on time, sober, does what he says he's going to do, and guarantees his work. And you only book yourself for 30 hours a week because you know there's going to be fuck ups. Something the duct won't work. Oh, I'll come in and fix that. So you guarantee your work. And then people like you because what did you do? You did what no one else is doing. Oh, and you're also not into incest like all the other ones are. Incest-free carpentry. We don't fuck our mothers. Whoa, revolutionary thought. And then there you go. There's your experience. You don't have to work for these dipshits. And in about 3 years' time, maybe even 2 years' time, they say, hey, this guy shows up on time. He does the job. And then you know what you can do? Then you're Alex Patino level. You're top notch. Now you can bill out at $250 an hour. Now you can bill out at $300 an hour. Because you're not going like the higher paying people are like, I don't have time for this shit. I need my HVAC. You got some doctor, okay? He's got an HVAC problem. It's in a cold state. He needs it fixed. You think the doctor gives a shit whether you charge $150, $300 an hour? He bills out at $1,000. He needs that shit fixed now. Here's the money. Take care of it. Got it. And that guy doesn't have to worry about you. You don't have to babysit him. Babysitting free contracting. And then that's your market. Now you're making the $300 an hour. Now you're at Alex Patino level. And all the cousin fuckers like, my boss don't give me experience. And, makes $18 an hour. I don't know how to set up an LLC. That woman worked for her. You know, as he's chewing his tobacco with 1 or 2 teeth left on the other side. That is an untapped market. Reliable, punctual, sober, on-budget contractors. You just charge a lot up front once you get your establishment. And then you get to pick and choose. Like, yeah, it's $300 an hour, but I get it done on time. That's why I always leave 10 hours open every week. You need it done this week? Right now. Look at my stupid retaining wall. You don't need a nuclear degree in engineering for that. All right, that's a year out. Landscapers are out a year. Rolling sod is out a year. All right, what do you say? All right, I'll do it this week, but it's going to cost you this much. You think you're going to get some bites? Almost guarantee you will. Let's go through the rest of it here. There is an HVAC problem. He's just going to call an HVAC guy. I'm really tempted to just lie on my resume. Tell me why I should. I don't know why you sending out resumes. That's my whole point. Why, and I said, well, can you do the HVAC work? And can you do some under the table? And if not, is it because of some rule you have to apprentice under a licensed HVAC guy? Not sure, but as a maintenance man mechanic in the Army, I'm a little confident that I can BS it like I know what I'm doing because most trades just consist of changing parts. Also, no, there's no certificates blocking me from doing it. I'm overcertified, to be honest. I'll just send the pay. Man, I would become your own internship. Like, just offer yourself HVAC and just do if you're accredited and you can get a license through the state, I believe that is how it works. I just start offering labor directly. And if it's not licensable through the state, what I would be doing, well, see, now how would you get, that may be another issue. Like, how do they sign off on it? That's the other thing. And that pisses me off, how these journeymen or whatever they're called, like, oh yeah, you got to work under me, but I'm not going to give you any real work. But then we're going to, okay, but you got the 2 years and didn't learn a damn thing. Now the state will give you a license. So if you can get your licensure, through the state and you could go work because the experience you have in the Army, I'd open up your business right now, man. If not, start doing handyman work and get a little bit of more exposure on HVAC work. And I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of contractors right now like, oh, you're going to get busted by the state and all that. That might be true. You might have to look into that and find another state that doesn't allow it. But somewhere in that gray economy, there's got to be some kind of experience. Like we need HVAC guys and not someone to change the light bulbs. We need an HVAC guy. And yes, we're going to give you work. So maybe that's like your plan C, where it's like you start going around like, I need experience and not changing light bulbs. You're going to give me experience. There should be a non-cousin fucking guy who runs a business. Find like they got an HVAC store. They got more than one truck that's 15 years old and rusty. Say, look, I need real HVAC experience. Do you need an HVAC guy? They should. There's a shortage of every tradesman. Just find the contractor that's going to give you the work. But otherwise, if you can go get your license because of your previous experience in the Army, do it and fuck all these people. Any super chats? No super chats. There we go. Hang on. Here, yeah, North Carolina doesn't have journeyman. You just do the job. There you go. Come to Knox Vegas. You'll be up on all the lazy Billy Bobs here. Knox Vegas, Knoxville, or Vegas. Move to Dallas. Make great money in Vegas. There we go. There you go. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.